Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Chenese Lewis Show, the #1 podcast for plus-size women. I'm your host, Chenese Lewis, coming to you live from Los Angeles. Today is a Monday, November 4th, 2013. Make sure you like the Chenese Lewis Show Facebook page at facebook.com/Chenese Lewis Show and follow us on Twitter as well at Chenese Show. And make sure you bookmark the new website address, CheneseLewisShow.com. Now, today on the show, we have the Curvy Fashionista Marie Denee. We have host of Go Curvy premiering November 7th, Lee Meredith. But up first is Latasha Haskins. Latasha started as an agency plus-size model in 2005, working for prestigious clients such as Nordstrom, Macy's, and Eddie Bauer. She was introduced to pageantry in the fall of 2007 when her competition journey began, leading her to a prestigious plus-size pageant system where she competed 3 consecutive years before being crowned the 8th Miss Plus America. Following her reign, she established herself in the Northwest as a notable fashion and pageant director, ultimately leading her to create her own national pageant system, Miss Plus USA, and we're going to learn all about it today. Let's welcome Latasha to the show. Hi, Latasha.
Hey, Chenese. How are you?
I am fabulous. So I'm excited to talk about your new project that you just launched and is creating a buzz in the industry. Why did you feel the need to create your own pageant system when there were others already established?
Well, the pageantry has completely, literally changed my life and opened up so many doors, and I realized that there was supposed to be so much more than just me having opportunities for myself. Obviously, a reign is only 12 months, and after that, you should want to do more. It shouldn't just end when the crown is removed from your head. And so when I was directing a pageant just in my home state and my neighboring state, I did that for 2 years, and I realized that the impact and the influence was national, had gone national. I mean, I had interest from people that were from all over the country that were like, why are you only doing this for people in Oregon and Washington? What about us over here? And so I realized just the impact that it was having and having really significant people come from across the country to participate and be a part of what I was doing. And so I said, you know what, I want to do something that everybody can have access to nationwide. And so I said, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. And that's when I birthed the concept and the idea of Miss Plus USA. And boy, has it been a long labor, but it came out, and I'm very excited.
So what sets your pageant apart from other plus-size pageants?
Wow. There's some very significant things. I began this system with a very specific demographic in mind, and I know for some people it's been kind of tough to chew, but in the mainstream pageant world, they've been doing it for decades and decades, and so I said, you know what, I think I want to go target the women where they're growing and probably most able to be influenced the most. And that age group was between the ages of 14 and 30. So the first unique difference is that I have a limited age group, ages 14 to 30 for unmarried women. That's the second thing. And just 2 divisions. So I know in other systems there are multiple divisions and essentially no age cap. And so our system is a little bit different. And then the other unique aspect is that we have a fitness competition, which, of course, tends to be a little bit controversial, especially in the plus-size industry. And it's like, well, you're not loving your body. Well, hello, taking care of it and being healthy doesn't mean a size. It means I am loving my body because I want to be here for a long time, right? So we are implementing all those things, and those things definitely make us different. And I always like to say that we're not better than anyone else, but we definitely have a different niche and a different demographic we're trying to reach, and we're excited about it.
So you can't compete in your system if you are over the age of 30. Now, get more into detail. Why is that?
Okay. Well, again, the biggest thing is that we really wanted to reach women when they are probably in their most moldable season of life. You know, I'm 32. I'll be 33 in February, and I pretty much know what I want to do. So if a system or a program was set up for me to be able to discover that, I probably wouldn't benefit from it very much because I already really know what I want to do. So we really want to reach women that are in that season of life where they're trying to figure that out, and they really want to have stepping stone and opportunities to try to reach their dreams. Also, by partnering with the We Care Foundation, which is based out of a suburb of Seattle here, where they provide scholarships for teens. And so we also want to help further and continue higher education for teenagers and even for young adults that are pursuing their education. And so, again, that's something that people in that age group tend to be doing in that time. Once they get over that age, they kind of settled out and shook out and know what they want to do. So we really want to focus on that woman that's in the evolving, growing stage, and just really put in everything we can into them.
And the age range that you have for your contestants, is that more in line with what the mainstream pageants do, such as Miss America and Miss USA?
I would say yes. In the America system, they have their teens, I believe, actually begin at 13, and they cap out at 15 in their Miss program. So they have similar reasons for that. Again, it's a scholarship program, so it's really just trying to be that foundational piece to get people, to get young women opportunities to pursue what they want to do long term. And then in the USA system, I believe it's 13 as well, starting for their teen, and then they go up to 27. So they have a little bit, a couple more years added on there. But again, really trying to get into women and tapping into opportunities for them before they kind of settle in and shake out into their lives and their careers.
Now, do you believe plus-size pageants in general have gotten a bad rap as a result of not having any specific requirements such as you and not being more selective with the contestants?
Ooh, okay, Chenese, we're getting, okay. All right, well, all right now, here we go. As a pageant girl, I've been trained to be politically correct, so let's see how well I do at this. No, I'm just kidding. I would say that in any industry where there isn't any clear specific direction, that success isn't quite as isn't something that can be reached very well. And that's just in business in general. And so what I have found is that although there are those who are over 30 who are upset, and although there are women who are married who are like, how come we can't do it? But I have found that it's been a lot easier for us to establish a backing, so establish credibility, to be taken seriously because we do have a specific demographic and a specific purpose. There are systems, plus and mainstream, that are all-inclusive, have all-inclusive vision, where they want everybody to be a queen and everybody does everything. And that's great, and that reaches a great group of people, but that's, not what we do. We do have a specific group that we're reaching, and which happens to be a huge group of people. So I would say in business that it's really wise of you to figure out who you really want to reach, and then cater your program around that. If you're really broad, then you're going to get broad results, which don't tend to really yield what you want. So I'm hoping that we are super successful because we do have a specific goal, we do have a specific target, and we're going to put everything we can into those individuals.
So right now you are accepting contestants at large for the state titles, but eventually will you be expanding to include state pageants?
I've been asked that a lot. I've actually had people, and we've only been live for a little over 3 days, and I've had people ask me, how do I become a director, which is funny.
Oh, wow.
But I know. I'm like, wow, no, let's have our first national one. But that's a blessing, though. It means I'm doing something right. But, yes, we do have a desire to expand to being on a local level. That's probably a couple years down the line. I think it's, important not to put the cart before the horse. I want to see how well we do on a national level. And then also another big thing is that, as you can probably tell by our website and our marketing, that we spend a lot of time on having good quality, solid branding, and building a strong reputation is what we really want to do in these first couple of years. So we're going to have a little bit different structure when we do decide to go into the states to be able to protect our branding. But yes, that is on the horizon, but it's probably going to be more like 2015, 2016 before we do that.
And that makes sense. Now, for someone listening, interested in competing but has reservations, what would you tell them to push them forward to apply?
Well, it depends on what the reservation is. The number one thing seems to be finances, and I'm just going to directly talk to that. We are also, I guess, to point out two other things that make us different from other plus-size pageants. So we are significantly higher cost than the other pageants, and also we are a double-digit size pageant, meaning you can be a size 10 in every division to compete in our pageant system. So that's another unique thing. But going back to the financial piece, it is an investment. At the end of the day, it's $1,300, $1,000 entry fee, $300 advertisement, which we recommend that you get sponsored. So have a local business that loves you, buy that ad for you. But people look and go, oh my gosh, that's expensive. And actually I haven't heard a lot of that at all. But look at it as an investment. A lot of women want to be models. I get contacted every day. I want to be a plus-size model, and everyone wants to be a model. And, it's interesting. Number one, everyone cannot be a model. You talk about stringent guidelines. It's very specific. Clients know what they want. They know who they want to choose as their human hanger. So it's a very difficult industry to get into. But even with that being said, it's an investment. I remember when I started modeling in 2005, I had to invest in test shoots. Because I was signed with a legitimate agency. My first test shoot was $500, and that didn't guarantee me work, but it was an investment. I played sports. That was an investment. I had to get shoes. I had to get my basketball clothes. The Jordans alone were $200, and that was back then. So that was all an investment in a bigger picture. And I ended up getting a basketball scholarship. I ended up working for Nordstrom's as a model. So those investments panned out. And so you need to see this as an investment and really get excited about it. I was a single mom of 2 kids, working 2 minimum wage jobs when I first started competing in pageants. And money was like a big deal. But I got excited. I involved my friends, my family. I started saving money, making payments as I could make payments. And that's really how you have to look at it, not as a bill, not as I don't need to pay anyone to make me feel beautiful. If that's your attitude, then this is not the system for you. It's an investment in something bigger. So that's really the biggest thing I want to address as far as reservations, because that's what most people see are, oh, my gosh. The second thing, Chenese, would be I've never done a pageant before. Oh, my gosh, what do I do? Well, I'm going to say welcome to the club. Pageantry in general is new, and I say new because the most longest running plus-size pageant has only been around for about 13 years. So in the era of pageants, with it starting in 1921, it's still relatively new to plus-size size community. So 99% of us don't know what we're doing. So you're really going to be joining a club of women who don't necessarily know what they're doing, but they're going to be putting their best foot forward just like you do. So you're not going to be alone. We have a Power and Equip workshops where you will actually be trained to get ready to compete later on in that week. And like I said, save your money. Money's not, there is a deposit required with application. It's not due until June. So you have plenty of time to, save that money up to, tell your parents or family members, say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is important to me. So if it's important to you and you value it, guess what? You'll invest in yourself. And then that's really all you can do.
Now, you mentioned, how you just launched a few days ago and getting such great response. And I saw you posted on your Facebook you've already received networks that are interested in this competition. Now, how exciting is that?
I know. I was like, oh, my word. Okay. So, yes, I can't reveal who they are on this public airway, but it's very exciting. One of the networks actually reached out to me when I was doing a state pageant, and due to some restrictions there with the larger entity I was a part of, I wasn't able to accept that opportunity. So now they've reached out to me again now that I have my own entity, and I'm extremely excited about it because my biggest thing, honestly, is I don't want to be someone's short clip. I don't want to have like a little blurb here or a mention. I would love for us to be televised. I think that would be outstanding. And so that's what my goal is as far as media is concerned. And looks like those opportunities might actually come through even on our first year. So it's overwhelming. It's exciting. It's like, holy crap, did I just get that email? And now I'm just kind of, bracing myself for the next thing that God's going to do because it's already blown my mind, and it hasn't even been 4 days.
And I think one of the things that will make you so appealing to a network or just anyone wanting to get involved is because, like you said, your marketing and your branding is so on point. As a matter of fact, you created this advisory board, and I think no other plus-size pageant has done this before.
Yes, I think accountability is really important, especially if you want to be a successful business owner. And that's something with me that I know that God has gifted me to be able to do certain things and creativity and innovation, and I have the ability to put together events and all that, but I'm also 33 years old. I'm also new in the game of business ownership, and so it was important to me to have people who have gone before me who are trailblazers in the industries that they're professionals in that I can look to as a sounding board and that can hold me accountable and say, no, I don't think that's the right thing to do, or, oh, yes, run with that, or, I don't know. And so I'm counting on all of them. They're all very different from very different industries, which is awesome. And they all have different levels of expertise in what they do. And so, and you, of course, are one of those people on that advisory board. And I'm just honored and humbled that these individuals said, yes, I believe in you. Yes, this is going to be awesome. Yes, we want to be a part of this on the ground floor. And so I think that's, yes, of course, it's a major endorsement, and it totally takes us up a notch to have these names as a part of our organization. But more so, it holds me accountable. It makes sure that I stay on the right track and that I'm doing things that are going to make the organization flourish and not, tank it. So that's really important to me. I'm looking long-term here. I'm trying to make it, I'm not worried about doing better in the plus-size industry. I want to see us become one of the most prestigious pageants in the industry, period. I'd love to be Miss USA, Miss America, Miss Plus USA. I can dream big, right? So that's where I'm trying to go and make sure I have that accountability.
So do you know the date and the venue yet for the pageant, or is it too soon?
The dates have been set. They are August 11th, 2014 through August 16th, 2014. So public events will begin on the 13th, which is the middle of that week. We are working hard, taking over Seattle. We're probably about a week or so away just from settling in on a host hotel. I just want to make sure that, it's right where we want to have it in Seattle so that we can be all over the place and also so that it's conducive to our guests, because we are going to have a lot of out-of-town guests coming in, and I want to make sure that they can experience Seattle while they're here. One of our events actually is going to be an Experience Seattle tour, which is going to be very, very cool. And so it's really important that, everyone has the access they need to. They don't have to worry about renting a car. They can just go to everything and be right in the center of that. So I have a couple of meetings set up where we're going to lock those in and making sure that it's the best fit for our particular event and for everyone that's going to come and be a part of it.
And when will tickets go on sale for the general public?
Yes, tickets will be on sale in April 2014. So that's going to be really exciting. If you go to our website under events, you actually can see the tickets. You can see their price. You can see what they're going to cover, what our VIP covers, all those things. So you can plan for it. You can budget for it. No secrets here, and really be ready for it. But like I said, April 2014 is when the tickets will go on sale. So if you plan on coming and you're not competing, you better make sure you're ready.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a sold-out event because this is going to be a groundbreaking event that I'm really looking forward to seeing. And if anyone is involved in being a sponsor or a volunteer, how can they contact you?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, that's another thing that's been mind-blowing is, in my first couple years of directing, I would solicit sponsors and do my presentation, do what I did, and that would be awesome. But now, and again, just in these 4 days, I have been contacted by business entities and individuals that want to support this program, which is, blowing me away. I haven't had to even necessarily solicit for sponsors yet. So it's been kind of crazy, like, wow. But with that being said, we do have a tab on our website that says sponsors, and it has a connect page so you can connect with us and also get a copy of our sponsorship packet. You can sponsor anywhere from the in-kind sponsorship, which is a service or a product or a venue, if you would like to give all the contestants a certain item or something like that, all the way up to sponsoring an actual event as a cash sponsor as well. So we have a lot of ways that you can be a part and you can be considered a sponsor and a contributor to what we're doing. As far as volunteers, we haven't started looking for volunteers yet. We have a very, very strong, I have a very strong network here in Washington State. So anyone comes, they talk about Southern hospitality, where you're going to get some Seattle hospitality when you come here. But at the point that we possibly need outside volunteers, we definitely will be adding a tab underneath our Connect page on our website, soliciting for that. But for the most part, we want guests that are coming to be able to enjoy all of our events. And we have a Meet the Queens fashion show. We have a sponsor to our event that's going to be hosted in the Space Needle. We have all kinds of amazing things happening. So we're hoping that you come and enjoy and experience Seattle and have a wonderful time with all of our queens, all of our guests, and everyone that's going to be there.
Well, I'm excited. And tell us your official website one more time.
Oh, yes. So it is missplususa.com, and all of our social media sites, so that's Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all that, is official plus USA. So anything you can just, /official plus USA, you'll find us. Twitter is @official plus USA. So everything is official plus USA. And our website, again, is Miss Plus USA. If you happen to put in Team Plus USA, that'll also automatically direct you to Miss Plus USA, and you'll have all the resources you need on that site.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. You're always doing fabulous things, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
I'm excited, too. Thank you so much for having me. This is it's a dream come true on so many levels. So I'm just honored to be able to share about it on your show. So thank you so much for having me. And ladies, if you're listening, 14 to 30, you got to come check us out. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. The prize package keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The amazing names that are going to be there, you just do not want to miss out on this opportunity.
Well, all right. We'll keep following you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Awesome. You too. Thank you, Chenese.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And up next on the show is Sherry Lee Meredith. Sherry Lee represents someone women can relate to. She is chic, curvy, and confident. This Canadian farm girl learned that hard work will get you to where you want to be in life. And Sherry Lee's business successes includes starting an insurance company, investing in a manufacturing plant that provides jobs to those who live in a financially challenged area, owning 5 salons in the beauty industry, and creating the groundbreaking sunless tanning product, Unique Excellence. She embraces her gorgeous curves and never lets the idealistic size 2 bring her down. Sherry Lee advocates for healthy living and curvy confidence, and she lives by example, striving to be the type of woman that will inspire and motivate others. Her latest project, Go Curvy, will premiere November 7th and is a fun, fantastic, and inspiring talk show hosted by Sherry Lee and produced by Brad Wyman. And we're going to learn all about this show today. Let's welcome Sherry Lee to the show. Hi, Sherry Lee. Sherry Lee? Hello? Okay, we're having some technical difficulties. Let's see if we can get Sherry Lee on the line.
Hello.
Sherry Lee.
Hello.
All right, there you go.
Well, there we are. Hello,
you.
my sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. So we are only 3 days away from going live. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe
excited.
it. November 7th.
Now, you are a very successful entrepreneur, as I mentioned in your intro. Why do you want to host a talk show?
Well, sweetie, I guess let me go back a little bit and tell you from the beginning. I was kind of at the pinnacle of my career in 2011. For some reason, when I came to the U.S. from Canada, all I wanted to do, I wanted to be a success. I had something to prove and worked really hard to be that success and was right there, was, right where every woman wants to be and just embracing success. Went to bed one night, was leaving the next morning for New York, and I had a stroke. And I was literally left paralyzed on the left side of my body. And through a lot of rehab and hard work, I kind of realized a few things, Chenese. And, one of them is that life didn't matter if I was a size 2 or a size 22. The only thing that I thought about when I was in that hospital bed and couldn't walk and had to relearn everything is all the days that I missed out on life because I didn't feel confident. Even though I had all this great success and, people would look at me and say, oh, Sherry, you're so successful. I'm that girl that I was waiting for that 20 pounds, that 30 pounds, that life would change. I thought, my life is going to be so much better if I only lost 30 pounds and, was the perfect size that I thought in my head. And through, the only thing that I missed out on life because I was waiting for that time. And the reason why Go Curvy is such a passion to me, and I just want all of our voices, all of our curvy community voices to get out to the younger generation and just live for today. Embrace the body you have today because that is the body you were given. You have to love it. And we have to stop this 10, 20, 30, 100 pound living, when we get there. We need to live for today. And I think if that's the one message that I can get out in that talk, in this talk show, Go Curvy, then, that is my goal.
So when you were sick and you had that stroke and you realized life was so precious, is that when you realized to go after your ultimate dream as being a talk show host, something you always wanted to do but would have never done?
It certainly was, Chenese. And I actually started out in television a couple years ago after the stroke and once I was recovered. And I did a couple little shows. And I wanted to help women. That was always my goal, is to help other women. And I would do makeovers. And I had this amazing, I called it my Glam Bam Squad. And we would go out and, some of the ladies that we had on the show, if they had any luck, it was the worst luck on earth. But yet, they still had this beautiful glow within them, and they were never down. And we just didn't, in the course of doing that show, we just didn't really have the time to spend and with them to really change things. And when I met Brad Wyman, and this kind of where the talk show really came to fruition is. I came out to Los Angeles to shoot another makeover show, and we were all set and ready to go, and we had a network, and I met Brad Wyman, and his words just resonated with me, and he said to me, I know you want to help women. Right now you can only help one woman at a time. You need to do a talk show so that you can help women all over the world. So you can get other curvy, confident women on the show with you and help women all over the world. And that's really when the dream of Go Curvy, the talk show, really became my passion. And I think, as you know, I've been living this passion 100 miles an hour for the last little while.
Right. And you mentioned Brad Wyman. Now tell us why it's so significant that he is producer of this show.
This is so exciting, and I still kind of get like all giddy, and I get goosebumps when I talk about it. Brad Wyman is actually, they call him the most prolific independent movie producer in Hollywood, and there's a couple reasons for that. He actually gave Reese Witherspoon her start in movies in his movie Freeway with Kiefer Sutherland about 15 years ago. He's also the producer of Monster with Charlize Theron and a whole bunch of other movies. He's actually produced 43 motion pictures. So when we're talking Hollywood, Brad Wyman is the real deal, and he has been so positive for the curvy community. One of the things that really touched me when I sat down and talked with him the first time, he said to me, he says, I believe in this project and I believe in you. And I think, Chenese, you and I and the rest of the ladies on this show, if we can give ladies out there that message that we believe in them, I know how that felt when Brad told me that, and I think we can really deliver that to, ladies all across the world.
Yes, and that's very exciting to have someone so powerful behind a talk show for curvy women, because in Hollywood, you're thinking they're always trying to support projects with a size 2 woman as the lead.
Right. And I do, Chenese, I really do think Hollywood is changing. And the reason I can say that with a lot of confidence is because when I came out here to do even my other show, Takeover Makeover, I didn't have anyone slam doors in my face. It was more a little bit of an infighting. No, you come work with me. No, you come work with me. So it's changing. It's going to take us to change it faster. For me, it's not changing fast enough. But we with Go Curvy, we have an unbelievable platform to be heard. I always like to say, as one, we're soloists, but together we're a choir, and our voices will be heard. And boy, you get us curvy girls together, and we will be heard.
That's right. Now tell us about the different segments that will be on the show, because it's an hour show that's weekly, but the weekly show consists of different segments.
It does. And it's very much a general talk show format, except we've got some very exciting segments. We have Spicy Girl Talk, which the beautiful, amazing Chenese Lewis is part of. And that's just where we get the issues out on the table. We're not afraid to talk about it. That's why we call it Spicy Girl Talk, because it gets a little hot sometimes. But, I don't think there's any topic that's off limits. And we want to be heard, and, we're some pretty strong, powerful women, so, we're going to have some spicy, hot girl talk. We also have beauty and hair. So in that segment, basically what we want to do is we want to teach you simple techniques. For me personally, I always say the ultimate equalizer was I was born with a very round face. When I was young, people would say, oh, look at those cute chubby cheeks. But the wonderful thing about that is you get older, you don't age quite as much. But I always want to know, how to contour my face, especially for pictures and things. So we have a makeup artist on that's going to teach us things like that. We'll have a hairstylist on that'll teach us quick things that we can do every day, just to change things up a little bit. We have a lifestyle segment, which is always kind of fun. Anywhere from learning about how to do a perfect girls' night in to how to do the perfect Thanksgiving table for under $50. And then we also have a segment called Curvy Girl About Town. And that's the segment that a lot of ladies will see me and my amazing crew out at, where we're filming. We've done fashion shows. We've done a curvy bridal salon. And that's just, we want to take the viewers out on the town. That's what we call it, Curvy Girl About Town, into different venues. We're going to do red carpets and meet some celebrities. And we're also going to have a fashion segment. And the fashion segment, I'm really passionate about designers and curvy designers. If you're listening out there, ladies, and you're a curvy designer, you get in touch with us, because we want you on the show. We want to showcase amazing curvy fashion. I was talking to the beautiful Marie Denee earlier, and I was telling her I really learned something from her, and that was about the curvy fashion that is available that I didn't even know was available. So we definitely want to have, designers on the show so that our amazing audience know where to go to get incredible fashion.
Now, where will this show be available for viewers to watch?
Well, Chenese, as you know, I have the most advanced, amazing, crazy, technical crew around me. But my challenge to them was make it simple. I don't want people to have to go to this spot. I don't want people to have to go to this spot. Make it simple. So what we've done is we have embedded the player for Ustream. We're actually going to be on YTV, but we've embedded that player right on our website. So all you have to do to view the show is go to gocurvy.com, and it's going to pop up right on your screen.
All right. And if you missed the live show, will it be archived where you can watch at your convenience?
You absolutely can, and that will be at Go Curvy on YouTube. So you just go to our YouTube channel, which is Go Curvy, and you can watch it anytime.
And so if someone is listening and interested in being a guest on the show, or like you mentioned, a designer, is there a specific way to contact you, or everything is funneled through the website?
A couple things. One of the things is, I know in my videos, everyone's going to know I call everybody my beautiful curvy co-hosts. And I truly want everyone to co-host the show with me. And the way you do that, if you hashtag GoCurvy on Twitter, on Facebook, during the live broadcast, we will find you. We have our social media, amazing social media fellow, Lewis, and he's going to be on set. So if you want to talk to me, Chenese, any of the other amazing ladies, all you have to do is hashtag GoCurvy, Twitter, any social media, and we will find you. And that's how you can talk to us directly on the live show. But to be a part of the show, all you have to do is go to gocurvy.com and just push the Contact Us button, and we will find you. Just send us an email, and we will definitely get back to you. Because we want you on the show.
Right. And you are specifically looking for people local to L.A. or traveling to L.A., correct?
We can. We also, the team has set up a way for us to video conference. So if we have somebody on the other side of the conference and they really have a message, a curvy, positive message, we would love to have you on the show. So please contact us as well, because we can conference you. You and I can chat live during the show, or we can pre-record, but we will definitely, we have every way of, whether you're in Los Angeles or you're all the way in Florida, we'll get you on.
And so the show premieres this Thursday, November 7th, and what time?
This Thursday, November 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific Coast time.
All right, so we are super excited about Go Curvy. I'm excited to be a part of it. I know it's going to be a success, and I'm just ecstatic about this project.
Oh, and I am. I cannot tell you how excited I am to have you on board, because you're amazing. And Chenese, you know I always end my show this way, so if you would just be so kind to let me say this to the amazing ladies out there. You're beautiful, you're smart, and you're more than numbers on a scale. Love your body, live for today.
All right. Well, that says it all. Go Curvy, November 7th. We'll be tweeting, Facebooking. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you Thursday.
Thank you, sweetheart. See you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. And last but not least on the show is Marie Denee. Marie Denee is an established and respected voice in the plus-size fashion and creative force behind the 5-year-old blog, The Curvy Fashionista. She has been featured in various magazines, including Marie Claire, Glamour, Black Enterprise, LA Times, and Lucky Magazine, to name a few. She shares her expertise, wit, and keen sense of style with a vibrant and glowing growing audience and brings a fresh, friendly, and sensible voice showing women how to rock their curves while educating big brands on what plus-size women want. Marie Denee has won awards for Top 20 Black Bloggers by Black Enterprise, Best Plus-Size Blog for the Black Web Awards, and Full Figure Fashion Week's Best Plus-Size Blog in the industry. Marie Denee has worked with some of the top retailers and brands such as Evans, Nordstrom's, Chevrolet, Hot Look with Maria Rinaldi, Behind the Rack, Ashley Stewart, City Chic, and others through hosting, consulting, and strategic partnerships. Let's welcome a friend to the show, Marie Denee. Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to have you on the show. You have so much going on. Now, one of the big things, you're about to approach your 5th year of blogging, and right now you are at the top of your game. But being successful.
Thank you for saying that. I actually don't feel like I'm at the top of my game. I actually feel like I'm still chugging along, which is hilarious.
Oh, no, you're at the top of the game, girl. But something I want you to share with the audience, being successful does not mean saying yes to everything. So tell listeners how important it is to know your brand and to align with other brands and projects that's yours.
Well, I think it has to make sense, and it's important because, I mean, for me, I have to always think, okay, well, would I even wear this? And sometimes I've been happily surprised even, trying something that I would actually never think of. I mean, there are always different ways to work with brands, but it just has to be on point, and it has to be on when I say on brand, it has to actually mean that it mirrors what you speak about. It mirrors and represents what you talk about and what you stand for. And that's always the most important thing, and also in that it helps you stay authentic to your voice.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to bring that up because I feel some people just say yes to any opportunity and just happy somebody is reaching out to them. But it's important to know your brand and know who you're connecting with.
Well, I think with any brand that you decide to work with, it's always important to know who you're working with. And I think sometimes it's always good to kind of, get a feel and you learn. So sometimes you'll learn, oh, okay, well, I'm not working with that anymore. I need to be more open. So I think it's definitely like a personal education on what brands you're going to work with and a personal education on where you want to go and how you want to be seen, because that all plays into your brand and how people receive you.
Right. Now, you do a great job with picking who you work with, and one of the brands that you work with just flew you out to Milan, and you were recently there. Tell us about what you were doing in Milan and the experience there.
First of all, I cried twice because I was just completely humbled and honored and grateful and kind of pinching myself. I worked with Marina Rinaldi, Max Mara's sister brand, and literally like luxurious fabrics. It's Italy, it's Milan. It was overwhelming to be there, to be amongst the 12 who it was really exciting, and I really felt really blessed. We did this campaign called Women Are Back, and the Women Are Back campaign was to help, not help, but it was actually to kind of spread the word or kind of launch their new boutique in Milan and to launch their new collection as well.
And so you do amazing opportunities like going to Milan, and recently it looks like you've been in countless magazines back to back to back. Tell me some of the latest features you've been in these fashion magazines.
Well, that actually has to deal with Marina Rinaldi and the Women Are Back campaign. I did a photo shoot with Mary Claire in Italy, which was like I cried. I'm not even exaggerating. I cried just because of this opportunity. I'm shooting with a world-renowned photographer, and we're doing things kind of outside of my comfort zone. So I was like, okay, let's go for it. Let's make it work. And then they just shared it again. Mary Claire posted it in a different magazine, and it's just been kind of bananas. And then also, let's see, where else was I at? I was in Lucky Magazine because I won a contest in April for their Lucky Fab conference, and so I was included in their August issue for Fashion Week. I went and covered and did a couple of posts for Lucky Magazine.
And, you know, that's one of the things I really like about you is that even though you're a plus-size blogger, you do a lot of mainstream things in mainstream magazines and mainstream events, and I think, you know, that's one of the goals of the community is to not be segregated but integrated in fashion in general.
I think it's really about bridging that gap, and I think that and sometimes you might want to, like, wait for people to come to you, but sometimes you got to go to them and be like, hey, I think that we could work together. And this is how. Like, let's talk. And I think, you know, sometimes, you know, I believe that closed mouths don't get fed.
Right. So you have some events coming up. One of the things you're going to be involved in is How to Make It West Coast Conference. Now, I never heard of this conference before, so tell me about it.
Well, it's fashionista.com. It's like one of the sites that I've just been a huge fan of. They did this conference series in New York, and it's the first time they're doing it in California. And I'm actually one of the mentors. They have a breakout session where you meet with different people to get mentored by, and I'm actually one of the mentors.
And so How to Make It, is this specifically how to make it in the fashion industry?
Yes. They have different people from, like, one of my, like, I'm really excited to see again is Lynn Paolo. And Lynn Paolo is the wardrobe, I don't want to say stylist because there's a different word, but she handles wardrobe for Scandal and Shameless. So that's my boo, and I'm really excited to see her because, I mean, hello, Scandal, we all love it.
And as a mentor, what will you be doing in the conference as a mentor? Like, are you partnered with a specific person, or will you be available to everybody at the conference? How does that work?
We'll be assigned. There's myself and there's quite a few others who are doing mentoring, so we'll be assigned to different people during different times.
Well, that sounds
so
exciting.
If you're a blogger, then you're going, like, they have a jewelry designer, they have a social media strategist, they have a publicist, so there's different types of people who can be, who will be doing the mentoring. And that came from me saying, hi. That came from me literally saying, hi, I would like to participate too. Can I participate?
So you create opportunities for yourself. That's what you got to do.
I mean, like, even, like, so tomorrow I'm hosting a Twitter chat with Intel. That whole relationship.
Yes, Tech Your Dreams, right? Tech Your Dreams.
Hashtag Tech Your Dreams. And that came about, you know, happened to meet the woman at an event, and I let her know, like, look, I am a huge Ultrabook fan. Like, I dig and just, I was already a fan. I've already bought products. Like, I was just saying, like, oh, you don't even know. We exchanged information, conversations. You know, we did a campaign earlier in the fall, and they were like, hey, let's work together again. And I'm like, let's do this.
And so the Twitter chat tomorrow, what is the topic of conversation?
So it's how to make it in fashion, blogging. It's, you know, kind of literally taking, you know, how to follow your dreams. Like, some people want to be a blogger, or whether it's an entrepreneur. It's really kind of, you know, talking about those steps. And I'll be focusing more on fashion blogging. But because of my background, though, I'm sure I'll get a few questions that will kind of talk about different things going on in being an entrepreneur.
And so, what time is the Twitter chat tomorrow? And do you have to register?
The Twitter chat is at 11 a.m. No, you don't have to register. However, if you do tweet, Tech Your Dreams, you ask questions, you participate, as long as you use the hashtag, you will be entered to win an ultrabook of your style, your personal style.
Wow.
Yeah, we're giving away a free ultrabook. Hey.
That's exciting. Now,
exactly.
Another event that you have coming up that I always look forward to is your blogiversary that's coming up in January. Now, can you give any details yet, or is still we can't reveal anything yet?
I totally will. Because it's you, and you are the reason why I even have these parties. So my blog anniversary party is January 4th, 1/4/2014, and this year we're going to have it at the Club Nokia VIP Lounge, and it's I know, right? It's fancy. There's more room, like, because the last couple of years you were there, it got crowded real quick. So
right.
We got more room. We're bringing on really cool brands. We have some really cool giveaways going on, dancing, having fun, drinks, like all of that, and a photo booth. Like, I'm really excited about all of this. Information will be put up on the blog shortly, actually on Wednesday.
All right, so I got the exclusive.
Yes, you did.
Well, I will be there. I look forward to these parties, and it's becoming like your staple event and, a major thing in the LA Plus community.
I'm excited. I'm really hyped about it.
Do you have anything else that we can be on the lookout for? I'm sure you do.
I mean, I'm sure, but I really can't think of anything else right now.
Okay.
But I'm always writing about and sharing information about what's going on and sharing, like, my favorite pics. And I actually just shared a few images today of my photo shoot that I did with Susan Moses and Stanley DeBaz. Like, I'm really hyped. I can't wait for the rest of the 6 looks to be shown.
Yes, I saw the pictures. They are, well, I didn't see all of them yet, but the ones you revealed are fabulous.
I'm really excited about that.
Well, you have a lot going on, and tell everybody who doesn't know your official website, but I'm sure everybody listening to me would know, but still.
Well, my blog is the Curvy Fashionista, CURVY, fashionista.com. You can find me on Twitter at Marie Denee, DENEE, on Facebook, the Curvy Fashionista. Let's see, Pinterest, Marie Denee, Instagram, Marie Denee. But I'm everywhere.
You're everywhere.
So, like, on any type of social channel, like, you can find me.
Well, all right, and so I'll be looking for your announcement about the blogiversary Wednesday so I can start promoting.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you kindly. Oh, and just so you know, the party is open to all readers, so it's not something that you have to, like, it's, I'm not able to go. No, it's for the readers. It's to celebrate and thank you.
So you would just have to RSVP to come, and that's it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good deal. Well, thank you for being on the show. It's always a pleasure, and continued success with everything you do.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You have a good one.
Bye-bye. And thank you to all of my fabulous guests this evening. Tune in next week, and we'll have more Plus industry professionals with stories to not only inspire you, but to keep you connected with the Curvy community. If you're interested in advertising on our show or being a guest, visit the website at CheneseLewisShow.com. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join our fan page on Facebook at Facebook.com/Chenese Lewis Show. I've been your host this evening, Chenese Lewis. Thank you for tuning in and supporting. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.